Welcome back, Mzansi. Now, there are many different kinds of partnerships, and not all of them are identified by a single contract or signed contract. Some partnerships are fluid, neighborly, or based on mentorship. And they all have the same goal, and that is to build something amazing and special together. So the entire value chain in farming is dependent on partnerships. And to tell us more, we've invited some experts in agriculture to share some of their thoughts. Gentlemen and lady, thank you so much for joining me in African Farming.
Thank you for having us.
Lize-Marie de Klerk from Vleissentraal. You well?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay, Praveen, how are you doing? Brothers in arms, Praveen and Nico.
Good to be here. Thank you, Tony.
All right, let's also welcome Siyanda Mabaso from Afrivet. Siyanda, are you well?
I'm well, thank you for having me.
All right, good to see you guys. Praveen, if I might start with yourself, what are your thoughts on partnerships?
They're critical to a farming operation. We've always said that building a farming operation is for generations. Including your partnerships with your agribusinesses forms a critical component to that. They have the experts in-house, from all of your input supply to your agronomy services, your grain storage, grain hedging, all of those. And it's critical that farmers realize that must be your go-to person. The relationship management team within the agribusinesses are critical to making sure they give you all of the support that you need. But the request's got to come from you. Agribusinesses will give you all of the advice that you need, supply you with superior service and products, but you need to understand what do you want to achieve in your agribusiness. But continuity planning, business planning, forecasting, financial management, agribusinesses also help you with training and development to that effect. So it's important to keep that relationship with them on a continuous basis.
Right, Lize-Marie, can I come to you? What do you do as Vleissentraal in terms of partnerships? Are you partnering? Are you advising some of your livestock suppliers?
Absolutely. I think from Vleissentraal side, we are the first line between farmer and buyer, and which goes into the market. So we as livestock agents need to go to your farmers, and you need to advise them and tell them, you know what, this is what the markets require from you. From there, they also profit from your advice because you know what the market requires from them, and you can push them in a direction that the market needs from them at that stage. Okay.
Let's look at the financial issues here, Nico. I've got to come to you, obviously. Partnership is a two-way street. You're looking at, from a financial aspect, you're looking at the farmer's performance, but they're also looking at you for, whatever advice. It's more than a financial need they have from you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is finding in our space financial solutions that is fit for purpose for the farmer. And you can't do that by dictating to the farmer that this is A, B, C, D that needs to be done. You need to work with him through his initial plans and then help him to translate that into financial speak, so to say, to see what would the outcome be in numbers, what he wants to do. And I think partnerships is not just limited then to what the bank does from a financial perspective. A farmer is expected to be a financial expert, he's expected to be a veterinarian, he's expected to be a guru on the market. And all these things need to culminate into one plan that ultimately needs to spit out at the end of the day a number at the bottom line. And I think we'd like to take all that advice into that pot when we assist with financial planning.
Well, Siyanda, you got Nico saying a farmer is expected to be a veterinarian. What part does Afrivet play in terms of partnering the farmer, assisting him in that aspect?
We've got various trainings that we offer to farmers, and that they need to understand that in this industry there is no 24-hour service. So you need to partner with institutions that will give you the knowledge, supply you with the products, so that you can be able to do some of the things on your own and also be in a good position to give a vet very good background information on whatever disease that you are encountering.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying, but let's look at the farm workers as well. They are also partners of the farmer, isn't it, when it comes to animal health?
That is true. And in fact, effective treatment starts with the person who's look after the animal on a daily basis. They are the person who is in a good position to give the vet background information of that particular animal. So in our training, we've got one that we call early disease identification and reporting, because that particular person will then report the cases to the farm manager or to the farmer, who can then take it further. So it is always important that the knowledge does not only stays with the farmer, but with the person who's on the ground looking after the animals.
Lize-Marie, from an auction perspective, I mean, how critical is it when it comes to the animal health that we're talking about here with Siyanda, that, you know, that partnership is there between maybe Afrivet and the farmer, because you want good, clean animals, don't you?
You know what, that's really important for us in the auction industry. We've got stricter biosecurity protocols in place, and we need to know the background of the animals coming into an auction house, especially in a buyer's perspective, because they need to buy in clean and healthy animals so they don't contaminate and spread disease any further. So I believe, you know, partnerships within the industry, different industries, and especially in the animal health, is absolutely important.
Let me get a last word from yourself, Nico, when it comes to partnerships. You have to be careful with partnerships, isn't it? This is lovely to paint this beautiful picture, but, you know, there can be pitfalls, can't there?
Yes, I think make sure that you have a network of partners that you've picked, and then use that network to your advantage.
So, Praveen, what's your last word to Mlungisi?
Build your partnerships with your key opinion leaders in the industry. We've heard what the other panelists have had to say. Make sure you collaborate and you build those partnerships on a continuous basis.
Fantastic. Gentlemen and lady, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So there are partnerships at every level of farming. Even if you're not a farmer, but you consume the produce, then you're part of that value chain, Zanzi. We're all in it together. And remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media platforms at #AfricanFarming, and also check out our website, africanfarming.com. And remember, we farm better together.